you have your first buyer or you're working with a buyer and everyone is telling you to create content for social media. Well, today, you guys, I want to talk about how to create content around a buyer. If you caught my other two videos, it was how to create content around a seller, as well as if you're a new agent or you're not working with a buyer or a seller. But today, you guys, we're going to get into all about creating content for buyers. If you do not know me, I am Cher Allen with EXP Realty, and I train thousands of agents every year to scale their business by using social media and leveraging their personal brand. But let's jump into all of the ways that you can create content around a buyer. If you're a new agent and you have not worked with a buyer, let me just give you guys some tips on how to create content. Number one, you're going to do a buyer's consultation. So you can show how you prepare for your buyer's consultation, what kind of paperwork you put together as far as like the buyer's guide, what kind of things you go over with your buyer. And I would probably turn that into a quick little story. But you could create a video or a post or a carousel on what type of questions that you ask buyers when you sit down and talk to them. You could turn that into like 3 things that I asked a buyer, when sitting down and having a consultation. So that is one way that you could create content around a buyer. So let's jump into the next way. After getting your client pre-approved, now it is time to talk about the money. So if your client is pre-approved to up to $350,000, how about going into the MLS and showing your followers what you get for $350,000? Now that could be a post, that could be a video once you go out, or you can show the process of you looking for homes on the MLS. What this does is it shows potential buyers the process that you go through when searching for homes for them. And you guys, you always want to think like a potential buyer, seller, investor, or someone that is looking for you. And so this helps them see the process that you go through. We are not telling all of our clients' business, but it is okay to show, what you get for $350,000. Over in this neighborhood that may be far from the city, you may get a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. But closer to the city, you may only get a condo or you may get a small home that is 2-bedroom, 1-bath. That gives your followers an idea of what they can purchase when they start thinking about purchasing. And of course, this is keeping you in front of them and letting them know that you are working with buyers and that you are looking at everything you're thinking about them when it comes to them purchasing a home. And so that's another way that you can create content around a buyer and a seller. And of course, you guys, you're going to put this as you're going to put it in your stories. You could put it on your feed. It could be on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, all of the regular places. Or if you are a blogger, it would be great to show something like, cost comparison. You can pin that to Pinterest because we all know, again, I'm going to say again, which I probably have said 100 times in every video, Pinterest is a search engine. And so if you have someone looking for properties in your area at, $250,000, $350,000, and they go on Google, hopefully you will show up. So let's jump into the next way that you can create content around a buyer. Another way you could create content around a buyer is create a buyer's guide. When you are talking about all these things, when you're helping with a buyer or working with a buyer, or you're showing homes that are in a certain price point, you could say, hey, you want to grab my buyer's guide? Because you guys, I'm sure I've said this before too, we have to make sure we are collecting people's emails. We cannot rely on social media. I lost my Instagram last year, 13,000 people gone. And so you don't want to rely on social media to stay in touch with people. You want to be able to get people's emails. So when you're creating content anyway, this is not even like a number 1 or 2 or 3. This is something that we should be doing anyway. We should always have a lead magnet or some way to get people's emails. And it's just offering a buyer's guide. 10 steps, 10 things, and it's something quick you can make on Canva. 10 things you need to know before thinking about purchasing a home. Or here's the 40 steps or 15 steps to purchasing a home. And, this is giving value, of course, and it is helping you and it is helping them. So that's another thing that you could do to create content. Okay, you guys, so you have looked on the MLS, you've found the houses, you know how much they are. Okay, so now it's time to take your client out. I love to grab this phone. And of course, we want to be in video. We want to be on the video. So you're just going to say, hey, you guys, today I'm taking my client out. We're going to look at 4 homes in the so-and-so area in my city. And I want to take you guys along with me. So just creating a mini vlog of your day of going out and looking at houses is a great way to create content. And you don't have to put it all out at one time. When I say put it all out at one time, I mean like you don't have to create stories. You can just put it all together and turn it into a reel. You could put the day together and turn it into a reel, and you could do a voiceover over it. But again, we want to be in the video. So you could just show a little pan of the outside of the house. A lot of times I never put my clients all up in the video. What I usually do is I'll, if I see them walking up the stairs, I'll grab a little video of them running, walking up the stairs, or if they're outside in the yard, I'll do a quick video of them in the yard. And so that's another way that you can create content around a buyer, is taking them out, just showing the process, because sometimes people have not purchased a home before. And so they don't know the process. And so they're really interested. I mean, you guys, you have to think about all of these shows that are on TV that are about, buying and selling homes. Like, we love watching those shows because we love to see the interior of homes. And that's another way that you could create content. If there is a house that has a beautiful bathroom or a beautiful outside patio area, and my clients are upstairs, I'll, go downstairs, I'll, pop to the kitchen or go over to the kitchen, and I'll just pan a quick little video, and I'll include that into my mini blog or for my day. Or you can turn it into a piece of content to show the interior of, a house, a master bedroom, a master suite, or whatever space it is that you think your followers would enjoy. So that's another way. I mean, I'm not even counting today. I'm just going to give you guys a bunch of ways to create content. So let's go on to the next one. So for my agents who have never taken a client out to look at a house, there is a full process that I go through when scheduling homes. I have my client send me all of the homes they want to see, and then I map it out. And, this is something that you can show your followers as well, as how you map it out, how you schedule it. Here in Atlanta, where I sell homes, we have 15 minutes in between showings. And so I put everything on Google Map, and I can actually do this in the MLS, but I prefer to do it on Google Map. And I see how much time it's going to take me to get from one house to the next house. And then I'll show, that's something that you could show your followers, because a lot of times I don't know how, people just don't know the process. People don't know the process and all the things that we do to get the client from meeting them the very first time, taking them out, scheduling the homes, and then, keeping the deal together. Like, there's a number of ways that you can create content, but showing how you map it out and schedule it out. And it takes a little, you have to figure out how many miles is it from this. Sometimes you get houses that are in the same neighborhood, but that's something that you could show on your stories of how you're mapping out the homes and scheduling the homes. So let's move on to the next. Because we don't know every neighborhood, sometimes I'll go through a beautiful neighborhood and I'll just grab my camera, roll my window down, and I'll just, hold my camera like this, and I'll just slowly drive through the neighborhood. Because sometimes there's beautiful neighborhoods, and this is just showing, I add this to my stories, but this is something that you could add to your mini blog. Of course, we're storytelling. We're showing us scheduling the homes, and now we're getting to, I don't usually show me getting in my car, but once you're getting to the neighborhood, you're showing the neighborhood. You guys are walking into the house. You're showing a little bit of the house, and then you're out of the house. So, showing the neighborhood. Sometimes I'll do that, and on my morning showings, when I'm headed to a showing, or if I'm just headed to a showing and it's a nice neighborhood that's nicely landscaped. So I'll just tell my followers, showing Atlanta today, 30315, or, I'll just, quick little video with some music overlay over it. And then, because we don't know every neighborhood. And sometimes you'll find neighborhoods you're like, oh, I didn't even know this was over here. Also, if you're a new agent, showing your followers that I am a real estate agent. I am out showing houses. So that's another way that you can create content. So let's move on to the next one. Hopefully I have a next one. Once your client finds the perfect house they absolutely love, you're going to show a quick boomerang of you writing a contract. And I usually I add that in my stories. I don't usually put that on my feed, but I just show me writing the contract. And once you are under contract, there's a number of things that you could create content around. You can do the inspection day. We are headed to the inspection, and then I'll show the inspector going into the attic. I'll tag him in my stories or your mini blog, however you want to post it. But I'll show that, he's going under the house. And one of my inspectors, he has a drone. And so he uses it to look at the roof and the chimney and the, everything that's above. So I always like to show that because, not a lot of inspectors have drones. I hope they do these days. But it's nice for our followers to know that we are helping our clients find, the best inspectors, the best closing attorneys, the best of the best. So when they are ready to purchase a home, they're thinking, oh, can you give me the inspector that had the drone, or can you show me, or, tell me what the inspector does? That's another piece of content you can create before even going to the inspection. You could, jump on a live real quick and show up to the house an hour early and just say, we have an inspection today. And, the inspector, I just want to talk really quick on a live and tell you guys what exactly the inspector does and the type of things that he's looking for. And of course, we are not the inspector. So we are not making any claims. We're not like, oh, this up here looks like mold, but we're going to ask it. No, we're not saying that, because you are not the inspector. You are the real estate agent. You let the inspector do his job. You let the lender do their job. You let everybody do their job, and then you do your job. So that's another way you could create content. And then once the inspector gets there, talk about the inspection process. You're going to get a report, and this is what's all going to be. There's so much content. You guys, there's so much content that you can actually create around a buyer that it's crazy. Like, I can go on and on, but let's move on to the next one. And then I'm going to wrap it up, because I don't want this video to be long, because all of my videos are long, because as you can tell, I can talk. So let's move on to the next one. So after the inspection, everything is great. We're waiting for the closing. Before the closing, you can create content around going to purchase a gift for your client. And I like to go to Anthropologie because I love Anthropologie, but I know some people like to go to Tiffany. And then it depends on my client. If I have a Tiffany girl, then I'll go to Tiffany's and get some wine glasses. Set of wine glasses, I think, are $65, $70, but I think we can only write off $25. So, whatever you want to buy for your client, go for it. I actually had a client that they had a lot of walls in their house. They were a young family. And so I framed some beautiful photos from their christening of their baby. They had some beautiful photos. So I framed them, and, I showed the process. I had a client, I made a basket for her because she worked really hard. So a lot of times I like to make my gifts really personal. So you could just show that process of how you put your gifts together. If you do that, if you just buy a bottle of wine, then I don't know if you want to show that. You could. I bought bottles of champagne with beautiful glasses from Anthropologie because I love Anthropologie. But whatever your process is for buying gifts, that's another way that you can create content. Then we are going to the closing. The closing is a whole day of content. Walking into the attorney's office, if you close with an attorney or title or however you close, taking the elevator up. I always make a short little reel out of a closing. And then I even have the attorney in on it. I'm like, wait, go back out. Hold on, let me show them signing. Of course, you can't, show the paperwork of them signing, but sometimes I'll do a quick video, a quick boomerang of them, fake signing, or, my clients know me, so they know that I am always creating content. But I've had attorneys that are in on it. I'm like, oh, they're coming in with the papers and, everything is finalized. Everybody has their check. Everybody's happy. But I'll have the attorney go out and come back in. Can you go back out and come back in? And then we're all like, yay. We're all like, yay. And then we're all hugging. And then I'll have the attorney hold the camera. There's so much content that you can create around a closing. And of course, I'm handing them their gift. And then I'm just turning this into a quick reel. And a lot of times, you guys, I'll just use InShot. Of course, I use my phone. Make sure your lens is clean on your camera on your phone. But I'll just use my phone, and then I'll use InShot, and then I'll post it. But sometimes my clients already have a video, and, I'll send them some of the videos if they want to put something together. And then I'll post my video. They'll post theirs. But we share content because, it's so, you guys, I want to go into it's important for us to be online. If you're a real estate agent, you are anywhere in the world, it is so important for us to create content. I generate about 80% of my business from social media, just being online, showing up online, having an online presence. The other 20% comes from referrals from the clients from social media. And so, you guys, it works. And, I'm sure people are like, you need to be online. But why? Why do you need to be online? Because one, I talked about this in the other video. Here I go with this long video. Most of us did not decide at 18 that we're going to be a real estate agent. So most people know us as a doctor or dentist, teacher. I don't know, whatever your past career, working at Walmart, I don't know. People know us as other professions, or, they're like, oh, she has a real estate license, but I don't see her post anything. Don't be that agent. We cannot be a secret agent. We have to get out there and be online. So I think that's it. Let me just check my list to see if there's anything else, any other ways to create content around a buyer. Let me look real quick. Hold on, you guys. Oh, there's so many other ways. All right, you guys, there's more. So at the closing, you can have your client create a video testimonial, just how wonderful you were. And, this is the best time to create that because clients are happy. They have their keys, even though there may have been some ups and downs, but hopefully there wasn't. But even if there was some ups and downs, everybody's happy. They're happy with the lender. They're happy with the other people. Everyone's happy. So this is the best time to create a video testimonial. And then, if you want to go over to the house and, take the sold sign off and, move the sign out of the yard. I don't know why you would do that because it's not your listing, but you may. I don't know. I don't know your life. Depending on your clients and, if you want to go over and that's another way to create content. That's more content that you can generate around a buyer. And as a gift, you guys, this is going to be my last one. As a gift, you can give your client a housewarming party if you do not want to give a gift or you want to give a gift and the housewarming party. But, what's great about that is you get to meet all of their friends and their friends come over and they're like, oh my God, this house is so beautiful. How did you find this house? Here's my realtor right here. This is my realtor who helped me purchase this house. And then you are networking and of course, hopefully getting more buyers and sellers. Okay, you guys, so that's all I have for right now. Of course, if you've been watching any of my videos, I can talk. So I have a lot more, but hopefully these things were a great way for you to create content around a buyer this time. And of course, I have how to create content around a seller, as well as if you don't have no clients, you don't have nobody, you have nothing. How to create content around an imaginary client. We're faking it until we make it, I guess. Again, I am Cher Allen. And if you guys love this kind of content, if you're a new agent or you're an agent who loves this kind of content, please like and subscribe. And I have a social media starter pack because I am all about that social media. And I talked about it earlier. You have to be online. Grab my social media starter pack. You can leave a comment below and say, I want it, give it to me, I gotta have it. Or you can just click the link up above in my banner and it says social media starter pack. Okay, you guys, last thing. If you're a real estate agent and you are thinking about looking at a brokerage, you just don't know where to start, you want some guidance, some help, I'm Cher Allen with EXP Realty. And you guys, I can partner with agents in all 50 states as well as 24 countries. And so I am here to help you guys with anything regarding your social media, marketing, branding, your real estate business. I can partner with agents. We're in a digital world. I can partner with agents all over the world. And so if you would love to have a conversation about your business so I can just find out how I could possibly help you, either way, how I can help you anyway, if you decide to come or not come, it's always good to have someone else because in real estate, we are most of the time by ourselves. So again, I am Cher Allen, and please leave a comment below and I will see you guys on the next video. Hopefully this isn't long because I know I can talk. Okay, you guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.